10 death facts you may or may not want to know. Your body and the bodies of all humans produce mucus that protects your stomach lining from digesting itself. Once the body has expired, it can no longer produce the mucus that protects the body. This causes the stomach enzymes to begin breaking down the lining, and your stomach acids leak into your orifices. So literally, your body begins to eat itself after approximately 3 days. According to a study by surgeon and Johns Hopkins University professor Martin Makary, medical mistakes are the third leading cause of death in the U.S., the first being heart disease and second cancer. In 2013, a NASA toxicologist whose son died of what he believes to be a medical error estimated the deaths to be between 210,000 and 440,000 a year. Mount Everest is the second tallest mountain in the world behind Mount Mauna Kea. While many push themselves to the ultimate challenge, Mount Everest has claimed the lives of over 200 climbers who succumb to frostbite and many other ailments due to the cold. Before climbing Mount Everest, climbers must sign a form dictating what to do with their bodies if they might perish. Many options are far too expensive, so many of the dead are left as trail markers up the summit. Fresh water is hypertonic, meaning it has low osmotic pressure compared to our normal body fluids, causing the blood cells to absorb water through their membranes. The increase in liquid levels dilutes the plasma and electrolytes, causing the blood cells to swell and burst. Salt water is hypertonic, meaning its osmotic pressure is higher than that of body fluids. The plasma in your blood vessels is sucked out through the cell walls instead, causing the air sacs in your lungs to fill with fluids, making it impossible to perform gas exchange. You drown in your own body fluids, not from the seawater itself. That's hardcore. An erection after death is known as angel lust or a terminal erection. Deaths that occurred in a violent manner are often associated with an erection after death. This occurs from pressure on the cerebellum, which sends a signal to the genitals which cause an erection. In women, this can cause arousal as well by sending signals which swell the clitoris and vagina and in some moments cause vaginal bleeding. Researchers have determined that the brain still functions for a limited time after decapitation of any means as long as the brain remains intact. The brain is shown to operate for as little as 4 seconds and as long as 40 seconds when functions completely cease. Individuals who are considered brain dead are in fact legally dead and cannot get better. All their bodily functions are reliant on artificial means and the brain is completely gone. They feel no pain, can't form thoughts, they are in all aspects dead. The 1800s was a time of disease and superstition. Many diseases were not well known and death and dying were common events. Many of these individuals were not in fact dead and often buried and died of suffocation. Many people were convinced the dead had risen as vampires when they heard the bells sound. It was, in fact, the opposite. Holidays bring out the best in everyone, especially those who are unhappy or have murderous tendencies. Based on annual statistics, especially Christmas time is when the least amount of suicides and homicides occur throughout the entire year. Even murderers have to spend time with their families. It was once thought that your hair and nails still grew after death. This is not in fact true. Your skin dehydrates, which causes the illusion of longer hair and nails. You may not want to believe it, but you are at a higher risk of expiring due to a wine or champagne cork over a venomous spider. You can chalk it up to exposure. You are more likely to be around someone with wine or champagne, and if that cork flies off and hits you just right, it can kill you. Dead bodies in the water decay at a faster rate than on land due to the bacteria in the water and the enzymes that are created. Without water, these enzymes can't be broken down and absorbed through the systems that are needed for decomposition.